What's up everyone? Welcome back. Today's video we're going to be doing a one brand full face tutorial using all Too Faced products. So I've had a lot of you request one brand tutorials, so that's what I'm going to start bringing here on my channel. I have a lot of makeup in my collection, as you guys know this, so I'm like, let's just start doing like full face one brand tutorial, throw in some first impressions in there. That's what I did here because Too Faced came out with a new collection and I have yet to try it, so I was really excited to try out some of those products. So you guys will see those put to use in this video and you get like little mini reviews on them as well. But before we get into this full face tutorial, make sure to click that subscribe button if you want to be a part of our Miller squad here. Also make sure to ring the little bell as well if you want to be a part of our notification squad. And most of you guys already know, but if you turn on that little bell, make sure to comment down below #notification squad so that way you can get a shout out in a future video. Today's shout out goes to Sincerely Paris. Thank you so much for turning your notifications on, and also thank you for watching that whole video and commenting the unicorn emoji. Because if you guys stay till the end of the video, sometimes I'd be like, hey, if you guys stayed to this long, comment this emoji, and I get to see who actually stayed till the end. So thank you so much for watching that whole PR haul. You are amazing. But now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this full face one brand tutorial from Too Faced. Can we just admire my self-tan compared to my face color? My God, it doesn't even look like my arms are a part of my body. Wow. Okay, so ignore the hands in this video. These are like really, really bad. I fail at self-tanning so bad. I always fail at it. Why do I keep doing it? Alright, so ignoring the hands in this video, we're going to go ahead and be testing out and using all Too Faced makeup. So I have a lot of stuff from like their new collection that they released not too long ago, but it was a bit ago. I've had it pushed to the side. I've been meaning to film this video for a while. I can finally film it. Ready? Let's do this. First off, we're going to be using the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1 Replenishing Primer and Setting Spray. This has coconut water, probiotic-based ingredients, and skin revivers. I like it that it has no silicone, no alcohol, and no oil. So I really love their primer like this. So I'm really excited they came out with a spray. Whoa. It has a lot of to it. While we let that dry, because you're supposed to use this to prime and then set and refresh the makeup. So we're going to use this again at the very end. But we're probably going to put it a little bit further away. So it's not like and coffee because I'm actually filming before noon. Alright, so I have two primers that I'm going to be using from them. I absolutely love the Hangover RX primer. I got my sister now hooked on this, and literally I saw her foundation the other day because I would see she would never use a primer, and then I saw her use her foundation after wearing this, and me and my mom and everyone around us was like, oh my God, what did you do differently with your skin? Like, it looks so good. And it was this primer because that's the only thing she changed, and it truly made the foundation sit so much better. It hydrated her skin. I don't know why that girl is not using a primer and using a lot of moisturizer because she's dry. It's my sister. Gosh, failing at being a sister right now. But we're going to go ahead and put this all over the face. I'm just going to rub this, warm it up in my hands, and I'm going to pat it in. Again, this has the same ingredients as the spray. I feel like it combats as a moisturizer too. It's very moisturizing. Next up, we're going to go into my trusty handy dandy primed and poreless. It doesn't even have the Too Faced on it anymore. I've had this for a while. I love this stuff. This is the Oil-Free Skin Smoothing Face Primer for sensitive skin. They have two of these. The other one is just regular. It's not for sensitive skin, and I believe it's pink. But I grab way too much. But I love this one. I just rub it with my fingers together and I pat it into the areas that I have a lot of big pores, which is on my nose and on my cheeks. So I'm just gonna pat it in. You'd wanna make sure you don't use too much of this because it will ball up just like every other like smoothing primer. Now let's go ahead and go on to foundation. So the foundation that I'm gonna be using is the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I'm obsessed with this foundation. These are only 3 of them. I think I have 3 or 4 more in my drawer back there, but they're all like porcelain. I think one might be pearl or snow. Those are my lighter shades. These are my darker ones. So I have, oh, this is porcelain right here too. I think I have 2 porcelains. I have warm beige right here, and then I also have light beige. And then they also, when I went to their headquarters, they gifted me another light beige too. So I actually don't want to open that up because if I have one right here, why not use this one? I'm trying to remember which shade was mine when I'm like really self-tan. That's the thing, is if I find a foundation that I love, I buy it in so many different shades so that way I can wear it at all times. So warm beige, yeah, warm beige is a little warm. I think light beige, yeah, light beige has a little bit of a cooler tone to it. But I think I'm going to have to end up mixing these. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and apply this with a beauty blender all over the face and down my neck, because I don't self-tan my neck, like it went up a little bit here. But I actually like to leave my neck not self-tan because I feel like when I put foundation on top of it, it makes it darker and then it really doesn't match my face because I don't self-tan my face. So I tend to keep this area clean, and then that way it's easier for me to match my foundation. But I'm going to go ahead and dot this all over my face and use a beauty blender. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and go right to the concealer because I'm just going to focus on the face and then we'll go to the eyes. But I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way Radiant Concealer. I really like this one. It's very hydrating. It actually reminds me a lot of the Bare Minerals one, but it doesn't have as much coverage as the Bare Minerals one. This one is a very light coverage, so I think it's good for kind of highlighting the face. But if you're trying to cover up dark circles, it's not going to work for you. It's more so highlighting, and it's actually very hydrating if you're very dry underneath your under eyes. I have two shades here. I have light and light medium. I'm going to check out light medium first because I really don't want this face to lighten up too much because I feel like this foundation still isn't dark enough. I'm also going to go in with a little bit of light just to add a little bit of lightness to this, and I'm just going to put it on top. Kind of neutrals it out because it's very yellow. So now I'm just going to go ahead and blend everything out with my beauty blender. All right, so now that that's all blended out, we're going to go into the new Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. I've been dying to try this out, you guys. I've kept it in here. I've kept it on the side, and I keep looking at it whenever I get ready. I'm like, I want to try you so bad. This is what it looks like right here, the packaging. And then it comes with this little like open thing right here, and then you have like a heart where the sifter is. So you see that? I'm gonna go in with the Sigma F35 brush. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and press this in everywhere where I did the concealer and do a light layer over the rest of the face. This guy keeps chewing up everything down there. So first impression of the powder, it really smoothed out the skin. It looks really good. The feel of it even reminds me exactly of Laura Mercier. So I feel like this is like, I don't know if it's cheaper than Laura Mercier or not, or how much product you get in it. That's something that I'm going to definitely look up, but if it's cheaper, then that's a good dupe for it. All right, so for bronzer, I'm going to kind of bronze up the skin slightly with the Too Faced Sweetheart Bronzer. This is really pretty. It's got a nice glow to it. So I'm going to bronze up the face with that, and then I'm going to go in with the Chocolate Soleil one, and I'm going to more so contour with this one. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and hold off on blush and highlight until I figure out what I'm going to do with my eyes, but we're going to go in with these Chocolate Brownie pencils from Too Faced. I didn't even know that they had these, and I was like, what? This is so cool. So they sent me taupe and soft brown. I'm thinking I might go for soft brown right now because my roots are really out, but it just looks like this. They have a spoolie on this end, and then it's very big on the other end. It's like an angled, so we'll see how this goes, but I think soft brown. Yeah, I'm thinking soft brown is the way to go. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys in and fill these in real quick. All right, so brows done. I really like the way that they turned out. This actually was really easy to use. I was worried by how thick it is, but it was actually really easy. The only down part that's going to come, because I was able to do this on the inner part of my brow because this is brand new, because the brand new ones are very sharp at the end, so I was able to turn it like this way and do strokes up rather than using that flat edge. But I feel like if that starts rounding out, then it's going to be harder to do those strokes. But other than that, I think it was really easy to do. It was creamy when it went on, but it wasn't too creamy to where it would wipe away, and it wasn't too hard to where it would like make your skin red right there, because I have some that will make my skin red because it's so harsh. I just wish that they also came out with one that was really fine. I think, like, you know how Benefit did that one? I think if they used that same formula but made the finer pencil, it would go really, really well. And you could use that on the outer parts and then the fine one on the inner parts like I do with the Benefit. All right, so to prime my eyes today, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I honestly get so many of these in like the holiday kits. I just never use this one. I really like my Benefit one, but I don't think I've really given this one a chance, to be honest. I'm just going to place that on my lids. I can already tell just from using this right now what I do like about it is that it's actually really hydrating on the lids. It's not dry on the lids. All right, so I have a few eyeshadow palettes here that was gifted to me. So I have the Too Faced Glitter. I've been like kind of iffy on using this one because I really want to film more videos after this, and I don't know if I want to have like a crazy eye look for them. And then I also have the Too Faced Natural Matte one, which I have dipped into. I instantly opened this up when they sent it to me, or not sent it to me, when they gave it to me. And then they also gave me the Too Faced Natural Eye. So this is Natural Matte and then Natural Eyes. I think this one has a lot more shimmer shades in it. But we definitely have to go in and set that eyeshadow primer real quick. So I'm going to go into the Natural Eyes palette right here, and I'm going to go into the shade Heaven. I'm just going to go ahead and dust this all over my lids just to basically set that primer. Okay, so I think the main thing is we have to look in this glitter palette and what color do I want to use? Like, I just don't see anything that I want to use. I'm not a glitter person. All right, so I'm still trying to decide on a shade that I'm going to put all over the lid, but we got to do a transition shade anyways. So I'm going to go into Natural Eyes Nudie right here just to pop this into the crease. Really like that transition shade. That's really pretty. That's like something I would love for every day. I'm going to go into Chocolate Cookie right here. It's a little bit more of a warmer brown, like a spicier brown. I'm just going to pop this into the outer part of my eye, into my crease. All right, so I think the shade that I'm going to use here is called Work It right here. It's like a bright corally shade with an iridescence of like more of a hot pink. I think I'm going to go with this one, and we're going to use the brightening base as well because I believe it like brightens it up even more. We are going to go in and try the glitter glue right here. I'm really nervous to use this, but I'm pretty sure you kind of have to use this with these glitters because they gave it together. But the last time I used this was a few years ago, and my eyelids got really red and irritated. So that's why I'm a little worried about this because I hope I don't get an allergic reaction to it. But this is their glitter shadow primer. And I'm just going to pat it on the area where I placed that white base. Next up, I'm going to take a cream color brush because it's just way too hard. You want to probably do this with your fingers, but if you have long nails, it's impossible to put that stuff on with your fingers because your finger does not get into the pan. So I'm going to take Work It, and I'm going to use my cream color brush from Sigma. This is my favorite one to use with glitter eyeshadows. All right, so there it is on the lids. I'm going to do a darker color on the outer portion, so I didn't really want to place it there. But I have to say, like, it's a really pretty color, but I'm not a fan of the glitter because I feel like it's making my eyelids, like, look really old and wrinkly and dry. I don't know if it's the glitter primer or if it's the glitter, but, yeah, I'm just not a fan of the way that it makes my eyelids look. So now I'm going to go into Sexpresso right here, a darker brown, and I'm going to focus this on the outer part of the eye and then blend it slightly in. All right, so I'm looking at these two different palettes and I'm like, oh, I need like a darker brown. But if you see, both dark shades in here are called Sexpresso, but one of them has a little bit, like this one right here, has a little bit more of a plum shade to it, I feel like, and it's like a little bit darker. How weird is that? And they have the same name. That's different. Okay, I'm actually going to go into this one with this Espresso that looks a little bit darker than the other one, and it looks like it has a little bit more of a purpley tint to it, and I'm going to focus this a little bit more concentrated in the outer corner. Yeah, it's so different. It's a lot, do you see that? It's a lot darker, but it's the same name. I'm just going to take Heaven right here from the Natural Eyes palette. I'm going to pop this underneath my brow bone just to lighten it up a bit more. Next up, I'm going to go into Cashmere Bunny, which is that transition shade that we first used, and I'm going to buff this out on the bottom lash line. Then I'm going to take a flat definer brush into Sexpresso and put this even closer. I'm going to take the Shimmery Shade Classic from Natural Eyes and pop this in the inner corner of the eye just to kind of brighten it up a bit more. Next up, I'm going to add some liner. I'm going to add a little bit of a wing. I'm going to use the Too Faced Sketch Marker You're So Too Faced. This is in the shade Black. They sent me the whole line of these. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of these ones. I think I've tried them before, but I'm going to go ahead and try to create a wing. Alright, so the eyeliner is done. It definitely is a little bit trickier. I feel like it gets really choppy when I want it to be smooth, but I have that problem with a lot of liners. But I definitely still think Kat Von D is a little bit easier to deal with. Ollie, stop trying to sit on everything. So I'm going to go in with the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. This is a really good mascara when it's brand new. I feel like when it starts to dry out, that's when it starts to flake. But I'm just going to go ahead and coat my top and bottom lashes with it. All right, so the mascara is done. It really does give you a ton of volume. So if you're looking for a lot of volume in your mascara, definitely check out the Too Faced one. A good dupe to this one is also the L'Oreal one, that new one that just came out. But yeah, definitely gives you tons and tons of volume. The only thing is, I will warn you, when it starts to dry up and it's like, you know, you've been using it for a while, it will start to flake. All right, so eyelashes are done, so we're gonna go ahead and finish up the face. But like I was saying, we're gonna try out one of these Too Faced Love Flush blushes. This is in Love Hangover, and it looks like this. I'm just going to go ahead and use my favorite blush brush. This is Glow. I know, I love this. You guys, I'm telling you, you got to get your hands on this brush. Ooh, that's pigmented. That is like really pigmented. All right, so I'm going to go and blend it out with the Too Faced Mr. Right brush. I love this brush. Doesn't even have the writing on it anymore. The new one, brand new, looks like this. If your dogs didn't chew up the box. Holly. That was Ollie. And it also has like a little like bow tie on it, but I took it off. But I love this brush. I love it for everything. I love it for blending out any bronzer or any blushes because it's nice and fluffy. All right, so for a highlighter, I'm going to go into one of my favorite highlighters from Too Faced. This is the Love Light ones, Blinded by the Light. It's their lightest one. It is so pretty. There's mixed reviews on these. Like some people love them, some people don't like them because they're not intense enough. Honestly, I love mine. I use mine all the time. And I'm just obsessed with this color of a highlight. So I'm just going to go in with my Sigma F06 brush, or F06 I should say, and just apply these. Like, look at that. Like, that's just so pretty. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the new Melted Latex. These are the new Liquefied High Shine lipsticks from Too Faced. I really like this shade right here. This shade is called Hopeless Romantic. Dang, these are pigmented. All right, so that color is so pretty. It definitely does feel a little bit sticky, so I'm going to warn you guys on that. Like, if you do not like sticky lip glosses, then you will not like this. It's not like super sticky, but you can definitely feel it sticking together. And if you're eating something, I could see like little crumbs getting stuck to it. But then again, crumbs will get stuck to anything, like if you have on your lips. But I think the color is absolutely gorgeous. I love the pigmentation. And I love just the healthy like glow and shine that it gives on my lip. I'm looking at it right now in the monitor and I'm like, oh my gosh, I like the way that it makes my lips look. All right, so here's a complete makeup look using all Too Faced products. I hope you guys enjoyed this one brand tutorial. I know I've gotten a lot of requests to do one brand tutorials, so I'm gonna start doing them now. I really wanted to do Too Faced, which is why I got this one out of the way, because I really wanted to try out the new products from them. And then also I have a few drugstore ones I want to try. Like I have Rimmel. I have a ton of products from Rimmel, so I'm planning on doing a Rimmel one. And let me know any other one brand tutorial requests that you guys have down below. I will be more than happy to do them because I have so much makeup in my collection. I'm sure I can pull a lot from like a bunch of different brands and we could do a bunch of these videos. But all in all, I think the makeup look turned out really good. I definitely do like the eyeshadow. I was a little nervous at first because I get nervous with colors, but I think it turned out really good. And I think that peachy corally shimmer shade was a safe shade for me. And I really like the lip color. I think that's gorgeous. Just again, it does have a little bit of a stickiness to it. But yeah, I love the face. The face is so glowy and healthy looking, and yeah, I really love the way that this turned out. So, but if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and I will see you guys next time. Bye.